I'm Ryan Stevens with the Racing with Ryan podcast.
And I'm Tom Stout with Speedway Video, and this, as I forgot to say last week, is Do a Burnout.
And we are here with a very special guest, driver of the number 80 Bomber B, and all-around race fan, Kenny Roth, a.k.a. Skinny. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here. How do you feel about spicy stuff? I'm sure you've seen a couple episodes. How are you feeling with all this?
To tell you the truth, I hate spicy stuff, but I'll do anything for entertainment. So this might be entertaining. Some of it's already hit me, and I'm like, woo!
Yeah,
He's
here
just
we
getting
go.
the smells.
I got my milk too, so just in case. And we got a bandana, and then we got a bunch of water. So we'll see what happens. My butthole might thank me tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first sauce here is one that I made myself. This is the Hot Lap Green Flag Sweet Jalapeno Sauce.
As I call it, jalapeno. It's green, so everybody knows I like green. Let's go, boys. Boogity, boogie, boogie. Woo! That was already terrible.
Oh, no.
Alright, I just don't. Ooh. But no, it tastes like jalapeno sauce.
A little too spicy for you?
No, it's not too spicy to me, but it's definitely on the tongue. So
Now that you're under green here, you attended a lot of races back in the day at New Smyrna Speedway. So you were going to the track when you were a young lad. But then you took a hiatus for a while. You resurfaced, if you will, back in the mid-2010s, late 2010s. What brought you back to getting into the Speedway?
boredom.
Boredom?
Yeah, I had nothing to do, and I'm always driving by New Smyrna Speedway, and I'd always see the post about it, and I happened to see, yeah, it's a little warm, but it was the Governor's Cup that you guys did, the Saturday night race.
Okay, was that 17, 18, something like that?
I think it was 18 or something like that, and I went to that, and I got real bad anxiety, so I sat in the car forever, and it was like probably 6:30, and I finally went in, and it was really packed, so I sat up front, and I was watching the races. I was like, oh man, this is cool, and I realized that I missed it, and like I said, you said I grew up there in like 86 to 94 with my uncle and my grandpa and my whole family racing there, and then we left and did a bunch of stuff in life, and I was right down the road, so I started coming back and hanging out. I complained about it a lot, because at first, remember, I'd always complain about it. We'd fight on the internet.
Yep. Pleasantly fight.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember, I mean, that's how I got back into the short track scene. I was like, man, I just gotta go do something. Went back to the racetrack, and it hooked me. It's funny, you get away from it for a little while, and racing is such a bad drug, it just hooks you right back in. And that's what happened to you, it seems.
Oh, definitely. There it goes, saying the word that I was even told myself I wasn't going to say the word, because that's my word I say. I don't know, for some weird reason I want to be like, definitely, definitely, definitely. So take a shot every time I say the word definitely. Let's see how many you can do it. Yeah, you can take it to, ooh, here, I'll be a man. There you go.
Well, sauce number 2 is the Pirate's Lantern Bajan pepper sauce.
I wanted to be a pirate.
You look like a pirate.
Arr.
It's a mustard sauce with some horseradish.
I like mustard, but
Hey, there's one.
I hate horseradish. So
Well, see how you like it with
that's that
chicken
one.
and some sauce.
Yeah, I figured that's the mustard
go to
turd
the yellow
one.
one
The
here.
mustard turd looking one. So it's probably gonna creep up on me, but right now it just tastes like mustard. Yeah, that's good, because horseradish sucks.
So it didn't get you as bad as you thought.
No, I can feel it creeping though. That one's more like, just like ooh in the mouth and everything. That one kind of hit, and it's just like, oh, that tastes like shit.
Yeah.
And this one's just, it's nothing against you.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
No.
and everything, but that one's just like ooh, just hanging out.
So you've not just returned to racing in the past however many years, you've become very active in it, whether it's behind the wheel, behind a keyboard. You've also started probably about 100 different Facebook pages to promote Florida racing. In your own words, what is your goal with all of these different Facebook pages?
Show off my friends. That's pretty much all it is. I'm not trying to like take anybody's whatever they want to do. I ain't trying to run Florida or anything in racing. I'm just trying to show off my friends. I went and started hanging out with the Spears, and George was one of the first people. He was like, hey man, you got a camera, you can put your camera in my car. And I was like, all right. And then really it was Greg, everybody wants to call him Dom, but
Yeah.
it's Dame. But anyways, me and him hit it off pretty well, and I did a bunch of stuff with him. We made a little vlog. I tried to make like a little vlog and everything. They're good people. I love them to death. They're great people and everything, but our personalities didn't mesh. They were more just wanting to be racers and everything, so it was hard for me to bring my content into theirs.
Yeah.
They loved it and everything, but I couldn't be like, go and be my open self. And then went and started hanging out with the people that I meshed with, and had a good time with them. And they're great people to hang out with. They get hammered, smashed, drunk, and have a blast. And I'm just sitting back watching them, just laughing sometimes. And I mean, I've got some crazy footage of them having a blast, but it's nothing like destructive. They're just in their little farm having a blast, having a good old time. And I mean, they invited me to bonfires, and I've seen some of the biggest fires. I mean, they're lighting the whole entire tree on fire, and I'm just like, Jesus, people are saying they could see it going down 415 and everything. So I just haven't got to the point where I want to make the vlog again, because I love wrestling. So I kind of brought the whole promotion of in your face. I kind of took the New Smyrna thing page and I broadcast it to a whole different world of metal music. And then they're going to be some fan that likes racing, maybe sees this and is like, oh, I didn't know there was a racetrack there. Like I said, lead back to what you're saying. It's just, I want to showcase what my friends can do, and if it gives them a little bit inspiration to maybe make them better, or somebody goes, hey, look at this, what these people are doing, let me give them a shot to drive such and such car. I mean, I've brought people from all over the United States down to race World Series, and I'm not like trying to toot my horn or anything, but people are like, they don't really know what's going on, so I just want to show them what's going on.
Right.
I love every track around Florida, around the entire world. I mean, I wish there was tracks overseas that would race circle track, but I guess they don't like going in circles. They don't understand it. So that's why I made the million spam pages, that because people, there's a lot of people that think that I mean, yeah, I'm a jerk. I'll admit it. I have a big love for wrestling, so it's like I'm a heel and I enjoy being a heel. But if you really get to know me, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'll hang out with anybody. I won't drink with you because I don't drink. Yeast makes my belly, it makes it go and everything. So it's just like, nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Well, everybody who watches wrestling knows that the heels are always the cooler characters.
Oh yeah, the heel is like the person that, I mean, sometimes people cheer for him, but still, I mean, me and you could do a whole show on wrestling.
Yes, we could.
And like when it turned into like you got Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryanson or whatever he wants to call himself, and then you got John Cena and everything. I mean, I love John Cena. He's cool as hell. I don't know what's up with his hair, but God, that's out of control.
Poor guy.
But when it was over the top characters, you had the Undertaker, the Ultimate Warrior, freaking like people that weren't wrestlers, not Ryan Stevens and Tom and fucking Joe and fucking...
When you and I get into the deep wrestling conversation, it's definitely a different can of worms, but I can level with you that I am not a Daniel Bryan fan.
Daniel Bryan, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And now he's... I lost what I was thinking of. See, they made it like, they said we're going to do a dab, so I did a dab before I came and did that.
There it is.
Anyways, but...
Well, we're getting the truth. We're getting the truth out of Kenny today.
Before we move on, I just want to know, when are we getting the Spears family documentary with all that footage you have?
It's just a matter of me wanting to sit down and actually want to edit stuff. I haven't been around a lot lately because I'm just trying to focus, get my life situated, but I still love those dudes, and every time I go over there, it's a character. I mean, Justin and George and Gage and Uncle Jerry, and then you got the goat, and then you got Checkers the cat, and then you got Rick, and then you got freaking Harley the dog, and then you got Don Duval, he comes over. It's just... It's
Quit the game.
Burning down trees and...
Yeah, burning down trees, and then, all the guys will be over there and be like, and they'll all go, God, that stuff stinks! and everything, and they love it.
This is the Dirty Dick's tropical hot sauce.
You called it tropical recently, and I was like, that's not how I would describe it, and then I saw that it literally says that on the bottle.
It's billed as a tropical hot sauce.
It's sweet. Oh, there it is. Tasted good for a second.
And then it came around.
It's kind of doing like that one. It's just kind of like, woo.
So, You're the definition of what I would call,
Asshole.
not that, but a cat person.
Cat.
You
yeah.
are, it's,
I love pussy.
well, there it is. What is it about cats that made that your animal of choice?
They're easy.
They're easy. Okay.
Well, really, honestly, is a girlfriend, and I wake up. She's like, I got a cat. I was like, all right, that's cool. We had an apartment. I was like, that's cool. Little cat had a mustache. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Cat fell in love with me, so I was like, that's awesome. So we started having a cat, and I got a cat.
Sorry, this is great.
There's a bunch of cats, and but yeah, we moved out of that place. Or actually, she got another cat while we were there, and we didn't tell the apartment we had a cat.
I was wondering about that part.
Yeah. So then we were staying there, and we had 2 cats hiding them, and then we moved to another house, and then we got another cat. So we had 3 cats, and then she decided, after 6 or 7 years, she wanted to move to Hawaii and leave me and left me everything. So I ended up with 3 cats, and I just thought cats were cool because they're easy to maintain. They're self-sufficient. I had a Maine Coon, so he was a big cat, so he was like a little small dog. And then my other cat, Dahlia, with the mustache, she was just a cool cat, very vocal. Because, like, you see some people, they got cats, and they're like, cats are just being a cat. Well, my cats are like, blah, blah, always want
Part
to
of the family.
Yeah, they want to hang out. And, like, when I'm home, like right now, I got a new cat, Benny, and when I come home, that motherfucker is right there, like, meow, what up, dude? Scratching me and everything. I mean, if you can see on it, I got a nice one right there, yeah. So he's a little bully and everything, but he's cool. And if you don't like cats, then you don't like cats. Don't bother
I
me.
mean, that's a hell of a way to put it.
Yeah, so it don't bother me, and some people,
Your cat Dahlia, named after their Black Dahlia murder.
I don't know. That was all her. She named
Okay.
them all. Butters was Leopold Butterscotch.
Okay, that's
After-
South Park.
Yeah, and then Costra, she was gray, but she had white stripes, so it looked like a skeleton when she was a little kitten.
That's cool.
And Costra is skeleton, Chezian or whatever Czech Republic people speak. I'll tell you a story about her. She's the closet cat. She's terrified of Dahlia because Dahlia beat her up her whole entire life. She hides in the closet until I lay down to go to sleep, and then all night she comes and hangs out. Benny comes in, she hisses at him, so Benny's like, I ain't bothering
Quite
with that.
dynamic.
Yeah, so it's crazy. They don't bark. I mean, yeah, they do the whoa and shit like that. That shit's funny as hell. In the middle of the night, you just hear wow. You're like, what the hell is that? They're not as hot as I thought.
I think we're about to turn the corner, though.
This is the part where we welcome you to the carnival.
Are they related to the clowns? You never know. You might be like, woo woo.
There you go, yeah.
They are not a gang, you stupid people.
But they were so mean to Tequila.
Did you see her performance? There you go.
Kenny, the crossed flags are out. You made it halfway.
I don't know, it's like a mustard teriyaki looking bullshit. Oh god, that tastes like trash. Holy shit, that's nasty as fuck. That tasted like straight butthole. Man, I've tasted butthole before. It's not even that it's hot. I mean, I could feel it, but god, that is fucking terrible. Oh, shit.
Okay, well, Skinny, there is a picture that we managed to find online. I'm sure
Is it
there
my
are
ball?
several, but this
Is it my balls?
Are those out there too?
Oh god. I can see
I
that.
think it's just your Scotch bonnets, but
God, that is fucking terrible.
So there is a picture that we managed to find online of a gentleman who I had to be told was you, wearing a very theatrical medieval garb. You're up on a horse. I think I have an idea of what this picture is from, but can you tell the story of where that was taken?
Yeah, when I was 17 years old, a buddy of mine, he worked for the Medieval Times dinner show down in Kissimmee. And he's like, I'm a squire over here. He's like, I run the lights and everything. And I got in trouble at school, so they weren't going to let me graduate. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going to quit school. That shit burned to hell. Went in and applied for that, and they're like, yeah, you can be a light guy. So I was up there with a little spotlight, follow. And I talked to one of the guys, and I was like, hey, man, I was like, how can I become a squire? He's like, can you ride a horse? I was like, yeah. I was like, I grew up in the country, and I rode a few horses. And she's like, well, can you come up here and try out? They put you on a horse, and they put you on this long rein thing, and they just run you in a circle. And it's a horse with no saddle. So you sit there, and they put a pole between your arms, and you just go. He's like, oh, cool, okay, you can ride. It's like, you got a job, but you're really a squire. You're taking care of a dude's horse.
Yeah.
Every day, you come in, you find out what color you're going to be. There were a couple guys that were always going to be the good guy that wins. And if you had that was the bola fight. It had a name.
Yeah.
You had your Mundubly fight, which was I fought with this big ass long Mundubly looking fucking sword. They call it a Mundubly. And you had your guy that was going to die first, and then he goes and beats the bad guy. Well, anyways, you find out what you do. You go take care of your horse for your night, and then you gotta dress your night. Some of the squires have parts in the show, some didn't. Most of the time, you're just running around like an idiot, picking up weapons and carry your knight off when he dies. Well, I had the parts where you could ride horses, and I could do all the equestrian stuff where they do like in riding. You'd have English style riding and Western style. Well, they ride English style, and I grew up Western style, which is Western style. You can't see our feet, but you ride out like, and you bounce around like you'd see all the Western movies. And they're just like all like that. Well, English is all proper. You gotta keep your legs all in. You got like these fancy looking stupid gears on. I used to have to wear all these tights and everything. But anyways, they were going to do a showcase of the show in Mexico. One of the older guys, he was supposed to go. He ended up saying he couldn't go. So I went to Mexico for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And we stayed in Polanco, was where we mainly stayed. And that's a whole story. I mean, we could go on for hours about that whole story. I mean, I got kidnapped while I was there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Like, I'm sweating. But
You've had some experiences.
yeah, like they say don't get in the green taxi cab. Well, it got to the point where I needed to do laundry. So all the taxi cabs weren't stopping and everything. So finally this one stopped, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get in. So I got in the taxi cab, and they gave us cards because we were kind of like high profile, like celebrities over there, because we had our hotel was, you had to look at the camera and be like, and then they let you in and shit. And all this, and you had cards. We had little cards that we'd show, and we'd go to the places, and they would serve us like we were stars over there.
Huh.
And like I had to do meet and greets and everything, just as squires, and it was weird. But anyways, I'm driving, and he's going this way, and I'm like, I need to go here, and I just kept showing him the card for the laundromat. I was like, I want to go here. He's like, and he kept going the wrong way, and he kept going, and I noticed we were getting further and further. Well, then he got stuck in some really bad traffic, and that's when I realized it, and I just jumped out of the thing. Anyways, I got back. Well, he said, well, you did such a good job, and you can ride horses. I'll start teaching you how to be a knight.
Nice.
So I was the bad guy. I was good at being a bad guy, so I was always like screaming at people. I got in trouble for spitting at people and
Oh my God.
doing like that, because I'm a character.
There's the heel. There's
Yeah.
the heel again.
If you really, I mean, I used to throw dirt at people. They'd be getting served food, and I'm throwing sand at people and everything, and it'd be like, what? What?
Sand
That's
in my chicken.
No, it was just I had fun doing it and everything. And then one day there was one aspect that you had to do was this fall, and you had to take. There was this one horse, and I didn't want to ride this horse because he just bolted. As soon as you turn the corner, he knew his job.
Yeah.
Go as fast as you can, and he's gonna go right in the curtain. Well, he's gonna be at that one speed, and then you gotta jump off and go and roll. Well, I didn't like doing that, so I rode a different horse. Well, this jerk decided this day was gonna be the day that he wanted to put his head up in front of my leg. So when I put his head up and I rolled, well, I just pancaked right into this shoulder here, right into the ground. Well, it's sand and then limestone underneath.
No crash pad.
Yeah, no, it's just sand. It's about this much sand. It's a big litter box. The horse is pissing shit in. I can tell you all kinds of stories about it. It's funny stuff. I had the gay horse, and he loved the color purple. And when he had seen the color purple, and if you know how a horse excites himself,
Yeah.
imagine you're getting served food, and you got a horse over there going, hey, and then he goes, while I'm sitting on the horse going, God damn it, stop, dude.
Yeah.
Quit doing this, man.
Yeah.
As soon as that color purple went on him, he got excited. That was his time to shine.
Did you at least have padding like in your outfit?
No, I wore chainmail looking tights with chainmail looking sleeves and a belt and some knee braces because my knee hurt. No, you just jump off. You had a leather helmet on, and that wasn't gonna do nothing. It was like the old football leather
I
helmet.
was gonna say, yeah, leatherheads.
Didn't even protect you from the chunks of wood. I saw a piece of wood go up underneath the dude's bicep and was sticking out his arm like this, and he's like, I can't bend my arm! I saw a dude get his head caved in, and literally I'm holding the horse and he raises up and his head just... That was in practice. I've seen some crazy stuff.
Good thing you got away from that. Now you just go into concrete walls. It's about the same.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, I got hurt really bad there doing, like I said, and I broke this shoulder really bad. I tore all, because when it popped, I hit the ground and I rolled. And when I went to get up, because my squire's over there going, trying to give me my weapon. So I'm like, oh, and I pulled all the tendons. So when they finally picked me, when they got me out and they took the x-ray, it dislocated and it was like that far out of the joint.
My gosh.
And it stretched all my skin. It's funny.
And the crowd is cheering because they're like, that's the
Yeah,
guy
they
that
thought-
spit on us.
Well, no, they don't even, I'm just a normal night because what you do is you start off as like one of those guys and you're the first night to die. And then you go back and you just sit back there and change into your bad guy costume. And
Yeah.
you wait. And then when the champion's up there doing his whole spiel, you come riding out and go, you suck, I'm gonna kill you. And then he comes and tries to fight you, and then you gotta fight him, and then he takes you, and then the executioner comes out and whips you. I was even the executioner at one time.
That
was fun.
seems like a fitting role for
Yeah,
you.
you get to pop the whip, see how close you could get the whip to him and smack him.
You thought the carnival took you for a ride. See what Melinda does to you. This is the Melinda's Boot Chilokia Ghost Pepper Sauce. This is one of my favorite sauces. Melinda is the...
Is she hot?
I love it. We'll let you find out, but...
Got big boobs. No, that was terrible. Holy shit.
Okay.
That one went right down the throat. She like deep throated me on that one.
All right.
Oh god.
So,
Melinda's got a big cock.
as we've learned, you've had some crazy experiences in your life. You also used to be the front man of a couple metal bands. Three-Sided Circle and Lunatic Candy Creep, to be exact.
Yes. LCK.
You've told us some crazy stories already today, but what's been one of the craziest stories that you can recall from your time on the road?
I hung out with Dime. That was really fun.
Dimebag Darrell?
Yep.
Cool.
Holy shit, that's strong. I was the singer of Three-Sided, and then Lunatic Candy Creep, I was electronics in the stage part. So with LCK is the one that we toured with the most, and when we were in South Carolina, that's just all my God damn.
Melinda's getting you.
Good chicken bomb. He got arrested because it was the last day of the tour, so everybody was really showing out. Everybody was going home. Shit's fucking, I can't talk. It's so bad. He had firecrackers, because we always had firecrackers. He's trying to get me out of the bed. Me and the guitar player, rest his soul, is all drunk. The Paltrow called himself Girth Brooks. If you know who Garth Brooks is.
Yeah,
he's Girth Brooks.
Say no more.
He's
Say
a
no
big
more.
boy. He had a cowboy hat on, no shirt, just his
big
underwear.
cowboy hat, yeah. Yep.
He couldn't get in because we had the door. I'm looking at him through the peephole and everything. He's like, come on, man, let me in. It's fucked up. I just want to lay down and go to bed. And I knew it was just he wanted to get us to come party. He's like, I'm going to blow the door lock off. He's putting Black Cat in the little door slot. Anyways, they go off and party and everything, and I'm laying down in the bed. And then all of a sudden you hear dum 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 dum, and then you hear meep 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 meep.
Oh no.
Well, he decided to take a box of Bud Light and light it. He needed a campfire. And this is nicer hotels, and it's the hotels where the hallways are inside the hotel, not the outside.
Oh yeah.
So this is all just inside, nice carpeted. He realizes that the fire is getting a little bit bigger than he thought it was going to, so he goes and grabs a fire extinguisher. He looks in the camera smiles. And if you've ever done a fire extinguisher, they go woo. Well, it's almost in a room like this big. Everybody that was out there partying, they panic and they're running in blind, and you just see all the feet going dum, 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 and then all the doors, all the hard doors, because he's like, come on, man, let me in, because the fire alarm's going off. He lays down in the bed, and we're going, what happened, man? What'd you do, man? Man, what'd you do? Dude, they had literally the entire Spartanburg County fire department there, ladders going to the windows and everything. So he's laying in the bed. Well, then they go and get the camera footage, and they find out, and they come, they knock on the door. They're like, just open the door up. We know you're in there. So he gets up, he goes over, and he's grabbing his stuff, and I'm like, please don't grab it. He's like, please don't, because he's grabbing something out of one of our bags. I was like, please don't grab the bag. Please don't grab the bag. Please don't grab the bag. The hotel people come back, you guys are going to have to leave. So they kicked us all out of there and everything, even though we didn't do nothing. So it's probably like
nothing.
Yeah. All of a sudden I see him. They go, sir, stand up. He goes, am I going to jail? They're like, yeah. He goes, oh. So that's just one of them.
We have good news for you. The white flag is out.
Oh boy.
One more sauce to go.
Yeah.
So this one is by the illustrious Puckerbutt Pepper Company. It's called Reaper Squeezins because it's just Carolina Reaper and more Carolina Reaper. No other ingredients. Just the ones that are needed to break it down into a sauce.
It just tastes like ass. That's what. Oh, God. It just hits your tongue and it's just like straight. Ugh. What is the point of that? Why would you even put that on your food and enjoy it?
Stuff as hot as. I would say stuff like this is just for novelty when it gets this hot, but I did actually put a sauce this hot on my lunch earlier today.
For a super hot sauce, that's got good flavor.
That was fucking terrible.
Alright. You can take this any way you want it. I'm going to keep the question simple.
I'm not gay.
Thanks for watching. That was Do A Burnout. If you could change one thing about the racing scene, what would you change?
Make it cheaper? But shit. Definitely. Holy shit. That is fucking straight fucking big. Oh god.
So, do you mean more value? Like, make it cheaper for them to race, make it more reasonable for them to race, or do they need bigger payouts? Or does things just need to be cheaper?
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so how do we do that?
I know everybody wants more payout, but it costs a lot of money to run a racetrack, and people should just be happy that they can race at a racetrack, because I'll never eat that shit again. I love milk. God damn, no, I don't need that much. I'm gonna be pooping myself tonight. Shit, that was fucking terrible idea right there.
How would you make racing better, Kenny?
How would I make racing better? I'll get rid of that fucking shit. That shit right there could be some tire soak, as fucking hot as that is. I mean, I know people want money and everything in racing, but you're not gonna be rich.
You're getting all your points out. Yeah, in spurts.
Yeah, I know everybody just wants more money and more payout, but it's hard to make payout when people don't want to go to the racetrack and spend $20 to watch 5 cars race around, and then the guys are like, well, we need bigger payout to build these race cars. So
it's a catch-22. It really is.
Oh god, there comes the Taco Bell. Need more money is what it really boils down to, but then make it more affordable. I mean, if you want to call it stock car racing, then make it stock car racing. Take the seats out and take the glass out and go racing.
Quit putting so much technology into it.
Yeah,
quit. It seems like the late models these days are so. It's all technology.
That's $100,000 race car to race for
$1,000.
$1,000, and I get it. I mean, $18,000 super stock race for $200. Spending $800 to race, it's an expensive sport, and to bring cars, you got to bring people. To bring people, you got to bring money, and so I don't know what needs to be fixed in racing to make it a better entity, but I think it's gotten better after COVID. And I thought it was falling apart, and then COVID happened and it really fell apart, but then it seems like it's popular, or it's just now I see it because I'm more into it, but I think it's gotten popular.
It continues on. People love to do it. It's just, it's so hard to make ends meet on both sides of the fence. And I want to preface that. The racer's got to spend money, the track's got to spend money, and it's hard to break even on both sides at the end of the day. So
I'll never financially, whatever the catchphrase was. But, yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot of money just to have fun, and I'm still slow as crap out there. But I had fun doing what I was doing, and then it got to the point where it wasn't fun, so now I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to rebuild the fun and do what I'm going to do. I had a blast the last 2 weekends that I went out and raced. I just did what I got back into doing. This is fucking garbage. Whoever made that, I hope your feet grow together. That's fucking terrible.
Well, you've made it through the gauntlet. If you got to hit the reset button on your racing career, we hope you do, and we hope to see you back on track. We're going to put you through one more thing. Take one more bite. Tell us which one was your favorite.
That one had the best flavor at the beginning, so probably don't.
So he's going for the dirty. He's going back for Dirty Dicks.
Dirty Dicks. I
Dirty
like
Dicks.
Dick. I love Dick.
He's the winner. Now that you've taken your cool down lap,
Dude, that did cool me down.
do a burnout. Let everybody know where they can find you. Give a shout out. Thank anybody you need to thank.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was fun. I had a good time. That shit sucks. I'll tell you that much. That was terrible. Yeah, that one is. It's got the best flavor of all of them. And it's kind of, that one still sucks.
What about this one?
That one was fucking terrible too. That one tasted like butthole. I remember that was the butthole, and that one was the mustard. But that one there fucking sucked balls. That one fucking, I'll pee in that one. But I thank you guys. I mean, Ryan, he gave me an opportunity to do a bunch of stuff. I've had fun. Tom gives a Speedway video, which is cool. And then he's got this, and then he's got every other entity that he does. And I appreciate all that. We're very spoiled to have Tom doing our stuff, and these other tracks, they kind of figure that out sometimes when you go and do them, and then they're like, "Won't you come back and do this?" And I know some people probably have offered you some stuff. I guarantee you, I know they have, because you're pretty good at what you do. And streaming's cool, but the streaming sucks because it puts you in a market where you're forced to have to do something, and it's cool to have you, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate New Smyrna for letting me be the jerk sometimes. Sometimes they wrangle me in a little bit because I can be a little bit obnoxious, and I appreciate all my friends, and Rick and Spears and Greg and my mom, she's cool, and
Shout out to Mom.
Yeah, shout out to Mom. Yeah, no, I appreciate everything, and you can find me at everywhere. Sometimes I want to get off Facebook because it's annoying, and it draws me in. It makes me want to scream at people and yell. And
It's all on there.
I love a good argument. I'll argue with you, and you'll be right, and I'll still argue with you just to prove to you that I'm right, even though I'm not right. I'm just that type of person. I don't care. I will fight with you for no reason, just to fight with you for fun. That's all it is, about to have fun in life. I might be miserable some days, but most days I'm not. I appreciate it all, and I've had fun. That stuff sucks. I look pretty? There you go. Should I take
You
it
look
back?
great. Your mohawk is shining. Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
All right.
It's fantastic. Your beard, should have worked on a little
My
more.
mom's always complaining, you need to trim that shit up. You can put that as a fucking